it at a high level. I think that's about it. What I'm going to do before I open it up for Q&A is at the end of this call, you're going to receive an email from me with the roadmap. You're going to receive a second email from me. I'd like to do it combined in one, but we don't have it ready just yet, with a survey that we need you to take. The survey is really simple. There's 5 questions, and you have 5 answers to pick, and it's multiple choice. But what we want to do is basically try and put you in particular groups based upon your avatar, if you will. So that's what we have for you for now. We do have some other resources that we're putting together in the works for the group, but hopefully the information that we've shared from the beginning until now has been insightful. If you have any questions, I guess this would be the time to ask them.
One thing I do want to add before we jump, I forgot to share the lead generation resources that I had.
Oh, yeah.
Again, I'll put these in an email to you guys as well. But one thing is there's a guy named Jason Resnick, and I'll put a link to his website. He has, I think, one of the best free freelance lead generation products out there. Again, it's completely free. What he does is he teaches you how to use Twitter and Craigslist to go out and find good paying clients. And I know it seems weird, but it works. So I can tell you for sure that it works. So I will put a link to that in there as well. Also, something that you guys can do initially too to generate new clients is LinkedIn has something called the LinkedIn Pro Finder. They've changed this a little bit since I started using it, but what it is it's a marketplace for freelancers. People on LinkedIn will go to this marketplace and say, I need some copy written on this, and then if you're one of those types of copywriters, they'll send you an email and see if you want to bid on this. You're allowed to do it 10 times for free. After the 10th time, then they ask that you upgrade your LinkedIn membership to their premium, which is $60 a month. But at least the first 10 times, you have opportunities to generate some new leads that way as well. And then the last thing is a book recommendation. This is a brand new book. It's called Client Machine, and the author is George Athan, A-T-H-A-N. It is stellar. Such a good book. It is from soup to nuts. This is a fantastic book that I think you're going to get a ton out of. And again, I will put a link to that in the resource list as well. And yes, Murray, I was always this smooth talking. This was not just it's my radio voice. Hey, how you doing? Copywriting on the Quiet Storm. So anyway, so I will put, sorry, Anton. So I'll put all that stuff in a resource list, so you guys will have access to that. And if there are questions that you guys have, I'm always available to you. Now let me put an asterisk on that. I do have about 100 other things going at the same time. But I would encourage you to ask me questions if you have them. And I will do my very best to point you in the right direction, or give you the very best that I have to offer. Don't send me copy. I don't have the kind of time unfortunately, to go through copy. That's really Ray's thing, and he wants to be able to do that. But any questions that you have, please feel free to send those to me. I am very invested in your success. Joy has turned me into a zealot for the apprentices. I have a great love for this group of people. Some of the very best people that I know are on this call right now, and decline that call. So, and it's awesome to see so many of your wonderful smiling faces on this call. So, if you guys have a question, you can either pop it into the chat, or if you want to unmute, whatever you guys want to do. Fire away.
Can I share something?
Yes, you
Please.
Can. It's so weird to not see you in a car, by the way.
Well, that's what I was about to say. I know that you all always see me in a car, and now I'm at home, and this is directly related to the Copywriting Academy, the apprenticeship. So I have, just since the last time that we met, when I signed up for this program, it was the most expensive thing I had ever bought, including my vehicles. And now my husband and I have bought a house. I have left my job that I was very unsatisfied and unfulfilled in. I am working as a copywriter for Danny Inney, and all of that is just directly related to being in this program and just being able to say, I've enrolled in an apprenticeship. I am taking this very seriously. I'm in the pursuit of that. I'm not making six figures, but I am just so excited and fulfilled and just seeing the beginning of the realization of all of this. So I just want to, I don't know, just like share all of my, my energetic, like positive, I don't know, the outcomes for me already have been really positive, and I think that that is possible for everybody who is in here. And it's just taking time and patience to get there, but I think that it is possible, and I would not have envisioned it happening this quickly for me. But I'm just really, really excited.
That's awesome, Rebecca. Congratulations. I don't know if you can see the chat, but it's blowing up with people wishing you well.
And you are glowing, by the way. That's awesome, Rebecca. I remember having lunch with you at the Apprentice Live event. You were so miserable in what you were doing. It's nice to actually see you smile. That's a delightful thing.
Absolutely. You know, it's like you go in seasons in life where there's like the hard season where everything is just rough. And then there's like, when you have a season of like wave after wave of good news, it's just, it's just hard to actually even comprehend it.
Come on, somebody. That's a good word right there.
I've got something. It's a little different in tone, but hopefully will mean something.
Okay.
Go, girl.
Oh, are we good? Okay. So first of all, congrats. That's amazing. I hear Danny Inney. I think he's like at the beginning of maybe Cliff's podcast, or I don't know. I hear him on different things, and I think I get his text message like marketing. Hey, it's Danny Inney at Miracy. Anyways, that is so super cool, and congrats. My little update is that for those of you who were on the last call, I was talking about what I charge for. I think it was the last call, maybe the one before, like what I charge for a website. And Ray kind of held up like two fake dollars. This is a 10 and this is a 10,000. And, you know, the only difference is the writing on the paper. Why are you so committed to this one over here? And I was like, So I had a former client today, and this was one of the first clients that I took on, and I did like, no joke, her whole site and a funnel and ad copy and landing page copy for $1,700. And this was, you know, more than a year ago. And she'll come back periodically and say that she wants to chat about a project, but then it never actually materializes into a call. So she emailed me. She said, I need 3 emails a week for the next 4 weeks, like, you know, quickly, is there any way? And my copy because I took on a big ghostwriting project, I've purposely not taken on a lot of copy in this period. So I was like, actually, I do have time, and I know this program that she's writing for. And so I said, let's get on a call. And she was like, I think both of our schedules are so crazy, we won't ever connect. Can you just give me a quote? And so I still was like, this is a low quote for me, but I basically quoted her $150 per email, so $1,800 total. And I was like, that's not going to blow her mind considering what I charged earlier, you know, when I was just getting started, but it's also like incredibly reasonable for what she's getting. So it's like, I thought it was a good middle ground. And so I just shot back the email, you know, no big explanation, just like, yes, sure, this is the quote. Let me know if it's a go, I'll send you the contract. We'll get started ASAP. And she responded like almost immediately, oh, I'll have to go with my other quote then. Thanks, we'll contact you later. And it actually, I know it sounds like, oh, like maybe that's bad, but it felt really good because that was a client that I love her, but it wasn't the easiest client to work with. And I almost quoted her 100 per email. And I don't know, maybe if I had said 1,200, she might have taken it. Maybe she wouldn't have. I'm not sure. But I was like, no, it's worth so much more than that. And it just felt really good to just send something out that I would have been willing to do it for and then get a quick response rather than sitting on a call trying to convince somebody only to have them, you know, say no, or like happened recently, say yes, and then me do up the contract. And then a few days later, you know, never mind, change my mind, you know, so it felt really good, kind of random, but, it was progress for me.
That's fantastic. And sometimes not getting a client can be the best thing that can happen to you. Bad clients, so bad.
Yeah, it's not bad, but a bit more demanding.